Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. We've reached a defining point in the season. We game in a huge game here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, this is one of the most exciting matchups in college football every time these two blue blood programs meet. These are two of the winningest programs in the history of the game. And you'll remember, last year, Alabama going into Norman and beating the Sooners. There is a lot riding on the line today when these two teams meet. I can't wait to keep you posted on what's happening on the field and how the players are reacting with that revenge and redemption on their mind. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Sooners ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive units.
Second and long here. Keelan Russell. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That can be a momentum builder to convert your first third down and also get your quarterback in a rhythm throwing the slant.
That's so nice. You always want to do that. You want to start the game in a good rhythm, get your quarterback comfortable. Slants are easy, timing routes, get a first down. Now maybe open it up even more.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Throwing Russell. Looking to the big tight end. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone. And that time, he just dropped it.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll run it. Headed to the end zone. And he walks us in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Oh, pressure's coming. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Direct snap. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Got enough for the 1st down. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
Breaks the tackle. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
On the move. Got him right there. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Got it, looking for the 1st down. Smacks it with the stiff arm. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The Sooners have their offense in high gear. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Moves the pocket. It's Mateer. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Turning it on. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Russell throws for the tight end. Out wide right, it's Edwards. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Changing the routes with his receivers. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Just smothered on the play. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Snap in the shotgun. Rolls right. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Keelan Russell just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles.
He's going to take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. He's at the top, and he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. On the return, it's Ncaa. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Rushes on. Quarterback gets enough. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
That pass is incomplete.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. They made sure that one fell incomplete.
Chucked it away just as he was hit. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Inside the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown, Oklahoma. A pick six.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Trying the left side. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Out wide left, it's Rodgers. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Throwing Russell. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times, he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Russell will throw for it on 4th. Turns it upfield. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Wants to keep it in the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Working the big fella to the corner. Stop right there.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
Left side is Edwards. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Throwing Mack. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Again, it's Russell. Look out! He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ncaa. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Straight ahead, it's Blaylock. He's still on the move. A last-ditch effort to get some points before the half. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with UCF taking on the number 23 team, the Arkansas Razorbacks. And it's the Knights who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. This ball club now stands at 6 wins. They've ensured themselves at the very least of a 500 regular season. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big Ten.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The run inside. It's Blaylock. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Quarterback keeps it and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Hits inside. It's Blaylock. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Mateer. Moving out to the right. On the move, he fires. Couldn't set his feet.
Man, we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Tight end now in motion. Russell. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Mack. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running inside. It's Blaylock. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden, have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Sooners are rolling down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Robinson. Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw one first. Buying time to his right. At the 35, he's loose. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got two of those on that one.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Robinson again. Driven back.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Moving the pocket, it's Mateer. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on 4th down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter 4th down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
Got to make the play on 4th. Still looking. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Obviously, they fail on that 4th down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
Keelan Russell. Here comes the heat. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, look, I love the fact that he scrambled. He can't take a sack. He can't take a negative play at this point in the game. I just wish he would have stayed in bounds there. You got to know as a quarterback here, we've got the lead. It's late. I get tackled in bounds.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. Drops back on 1st down. Rush right in his face. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to...
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble. I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls on the football.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Throwing Russell. They're all over him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. It's Hansen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Drops back. It's Spatier. Caught. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Trying to convert this 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. Jumped on top of the pile.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Escapes the pressure going right. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes that Alabama offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
He'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Russell. Hauls it in. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot. Get the ball out of your hands quick.
This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown Sooners. The defense putting points on the board.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. So just over 90 seconds to go, and this game's probably going to come down to whether they can recover this onside kick. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. Now they'll put their heads together over on the sideline. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get
speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Bama! Once he got some room, it was over.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Under pressure. He's going to run it. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Long way to go on second down. Snaps it in the shotgun. Caught over the middle. It's Sategna. Could not make his way to the corner. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Final seconds of the game. They can just take a knee and eliminate all of the drama.
And you're exhaling, too, at this point, because this was a hard-fought football game, David. It could have gone either way. At the end, it was this team that made the most plays, made the fewest mistakes, and they've earned this victory formation.
And by the way, there's nothing more frustrating in the world than playing defense when they take knees. Like, it's a helpless feeling. There's nothing you can do. You have so much rage inside you just want to hit somebody so hard, and they're just taking a knee, and you just got to take the L.
Nowhere to go. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.
And this is the favorite formation in the offense. This is what you want to end every game with. Victory formation, take a knee. You can tell the crowd's into it, digging it, and they're loving the victory.
This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road there.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.